Reporting for the InterMountain Christian News, I'm Dr. Anthony Harper here at the White House. In a press meeting today, Admiral Kirby of Biden's National Security Council was here taking questions regarding Israel, and I raised my hand several times to ask a question, but the press secretary, who's refusing to take my questions that represent a lot of Christian and Jewish people, continues the issue. But I had a special encounter with Admiral Kirby here. I met with him to tell him about the problem with the press secretary refusing to take my questions regarding Israel, and made it clear to him that I'm the lead reporter here about Israel issues, reporting on antisemitism. So he just told me that he would do all that he could to give my business card to a scheduler to arrange about this issue. I asked him to get involved to take my questions regarding Israel. What about Russia condemning Israel? Russia has been threatening Israel for helping Ukraine, and also for Israel bombing the Damascus, Syria airport. Any response to Israel that's being threatened by Russia?
I think our response will be the same as it has been now for the last several months. I mean, obviously Russia's feeling the pressure of being isolated, the pressure of having a military on the ground that clearly has not performed as advertised. I mean, they still haven't solved their command and control problems, their logistical problems, their unit cohesion problems, their joint fires integration problems. And so they tend to lash out at countries that are providing support to Ukraine. We're grateful for the support that Israel has been providing, as well as so many other nations. More than 50 have signed up to provide some measure of security assistance to Ukraine. And that shows you that this is not just a Europe problem. It's nations around the world that are stepping up to here to defend Ukraine.
Regarding Israel and that anti-Semitic UN agency, UNRWA, which is also a terrorist organization, my question at the State Department this week to State Department spokesman Matthew Miller went viral on the RNC, the Republican National Committee Research Twitter page, with 19,000 views and over 145 reposts of this. So this is very significant. I didn't learn about that until earlier this week, and then that's such a big deal for the RNC Research Twitter page to repost to get this question out that I had to this State Department spokesman Matthew Miller regarding that UN agency, UNRWA, and the matters of Israel.
Matt? Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. In light of a recent Jerusalem Post report about a UN agency, UNRWA, school teacher in Gaza holding a hostage captive in an UNRWA school, as well as teachers at UNRWA schools in Gaza, praising the attacks on social media with ties between Hamas terrorists and the agency schools. Is President Biden now willing to defund this terrorist UN organization, UNRWA? And I have a follow-up.
So I would just say, with respect to that first report, we saw that report. We sought information from UNRWA about it. I would add that, to our knowledge, that report has never been verified. Certainly, if that were the case, we would expect accountability for the individual involved. But I do want to speak about UNRWA specifically. UNRWA is providing life-saving work for Palestinians right now under very difficult circumstances. We've seen, I think it's more than 100 UNRWA staff killed during this conflict while they are out trying to get food and water and medicine to the Palestinian people. The work that they are doing is essential. It is saving lives. The United States continues to be the largest donor of humanitarian access to the Palestinian people. We continue to support UNRWA for the work that it's doing, and will continue to do it because they are, I will say, as I said a moment ago, actually they're on the front lines. UNRWA staff putting their lives at risk to get food, water, medicine to children, to babies, to civilians. So we absolutely support the work that they're doing.
Okay, in light of that Jerusalem Post report, of 100 Hamas terrorists confirmed to have graduated from UNRWA schools, what level of terrorist involvement with UNRWA will it take to motivate President Biden to condemn the UNRWA terrorist organization?
So we always condemn terrorism, and I think That's pretty clear just based on what you hear me say from this podium every day and what you've heard me say about Hamas since October 7th. But I do want to reiterate what I said about the life-saving work that UNRWA is doing and how important it is that that work not just continue, but that it be expanded. We would welcome other countries increasing their levels of support to UNRWA because we really do think the work they're doing is essential.
If you would like me to continue here at the White House asking questions on your behalf, you can go to our website of InterMountain Christian News, imcnews.org, and click on that donate button to make a tax-deductible donation to keep me here asking questions for Christian and Jewish people so often here. I'm the lead reporter here regarding anti-Semitism, exposing and reporting on that issue, but other human rights violation issues regarding Christian persecution, the Uyghurs in China, the abuse in the Chinese internment camps, and so much more. Go to imcnews.org, click on that donate button to make a difference here, reporting truth